Hey guys, I'm Cal and I'm talking to you today about Cvlt Of Ravens, hailing from Australia but now residing in Michigan, USA. So I'm going to share this one with the US. This is a solo project, and what can I say? This artist has created something very, very deadly and very colossal here. Oh yeah, this is heavy sludge, heavy doom metal that is mammoth in its darkness and is packed into a 4-track EP released from 2019 titled Witch. There isn't a great deal of information on this artist so far. I'm assuming that's quite deliberate. However, I do know that this was once the lead vocalist for Australian sludge stoner band Iron Wurzel, and I have to say this artist has properly stuck with his sludgy roots, yet this project is completely amplified by doom and gloom. The ambience that's carried through this with those darkened elements is so good. Vocally, holy crackers, this artist smashes. Huge, threatening, low guttural, large growls, a vocal fold that just truly crippled me this entire EP. It's imposing, intimidating, and extremely opaque as he sings to lyrics that are equally as dark and themed around witchery and mass suicide. And that's probably the perfect segue to discuss one of my favorite tracks off this EP, Dear Father Jones. What a bloody huge track this is, a track all about the Jonestown massacre influenced by cult leader Jim Jones in 1978 with the mass suicide of close to 1,000 people. This was just a very, very big, savage track in its execution with clever haunting soundscapes, which I'll attribute to the hymn-like clean, faded singing that you'll hear intermittently throughout this track. The guitar riffs were completely crushing, along with the sound of those sluggish, doomful, heavy guitar patterns. It was just a big yes for me. Dear Father Jones had a big fuck-off drum track that just set a huge, huge cloud over this track. But what plagued me the most, what plagued my sensory system hard, was the way in the huge monstrosity vocal tone that flooded this track and did so with severe impact, giving what this track is all about. You know, the theme of this track, it just felt like I was taken down to hell fast and just pulverized black and blue by this artist. The track is unsettling in itself, in its atmosphere, with real voice inserts from Jones himself as he brainwashes the cult to drink the cyanide for the greater cause of humanity, of course. And it's fucking disturbing. God damn it, this track was insanely good. I had it on repeat before I moved on to others, let me tell you. I was so stuck on this one. Stupid witch who answers back must burn until her bones are black. I love those lyrics. That is the voiceover that commences the title track, Witch. Another one of my favorites. Oof, this one is doom, sludge, feast for the ears, let me tell you. First track off the album, and it cracked me open and stood there laughing while I bled out completely. This entire composition, guys, is a storm of destruction, raining of filth that was just pure bliss for me. Those stomping riffs, that massive vocal once again, and that thick rhythmic bass was just wickedly mean. The drum tracks, of course, had such an impact. And this track was off its tits, I'm going to say. I absolutely love this opening track. Definitely one that will get you screwing your face up and moving your head and neck in sheer brutality of it all. Those eerie cleans I heard again before the sensational onslaught of a quirky guitar solo and a vocal growling that just takes this track to the depths of entrapment, I'm going to say, before the ambient and somber ending and the mood of it all, which was just such a killer track, an absolutely killer track. This entire EP just blew me away by its big, big atmosphere of just filthy, mean, nasty mood. I might as well just talk about all of it. There's 2 more tracks to talk about. So Sinner Burns a Sinner. This is a brooding, slower burn, pardon the pun there. But I absolutely love the doom within this track. Those low tone guitars were just so punishing, along with that huge engulfing vocal that you can probably gather I really loved the vocals. I really did. It provided such an epic vibe throughout all of the musicianship throughout. The ominous melody that ran through this track was void of any light and completely gothic. I loved the slow down tempo of this one. It was obscure within its drum beats and off-center guitar work, just creating a very, very interesting soundscape throughout my ears. Frozen Sun, I'm going to talk about this one too. This was probably the most atmospheric off the EP. The guitar drones, the quieter moments were really interesting sounds for me. I'm sure there was a wobble board in there, and you Aussies will know what I'm talking about, a wobble board, and I'll explain that to other people later, but I'm pretty sure I heard that. And it just kicks off to such a tight groove, sludge riffing, a whopper track, and what else can I say? Every track off this EP was just very different in its delivery and very contrasting of one another, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, it's 4 tracks, so it seems small, but the moments within this EP were just huge. You know, everything about this EP is huge. There's no light getting in, you know, there's no space in it for any other element. It's just been loaded full of everything. This artist is incredible. I can't wait for more. Loved it. I loved it long time. It's hugely abrasive with divine mix of doom and hardcore elements creating that sludgy filth. And it may wear some of you down into the fetal position, so put your big pants on, your big boy pants, and have this up loud, have it up loud and just let it ruin you. And this is also, of course, available on Bandcamp. Cvlt Of Ravens can be followed on Facebook. I think they're on Insta as well. And to Cvlt Of Ravens, mate, love your work, can't wait for more. I'm definitely following you, that's for sure. And I think that rhymed. I'm Kelly T.